For centuries, the galactic Concord had known humanity as the wildcard species, unpredictable, tenacious, often maddening, but rarely ever truly dangerous. Despite originating from a certified death world, a planet teeming with predators, natural disasters, and biological hostility, humans had shown remarkable restraint since their induction into the galactic community. They traded freely. They laughed often. And above all, they forgave more easily than any other species. Even when minor border incursions happened. Even when their envoys were insulted. Even when pirate clans raided their frontier colonies. But every species has a limit. The story begins with the Iscarii incident, a name that makes veterans of 3 galaxies fall silent. Iscarii Prime, a lush terraformed colony on the edge of human space, was home to 1.2 million civilians, mostly scientists, farmers, and families. The Zartil Dominion, an insectoid empire known for expansionism, believed the humans were bluffing. They launched a sudden assault, vaporizing orbitals and deploying ground forces in what was later described as a test of territorial resolve. They expected diplomacy. They got extinction. Fleet Admiral Helena Vos was not a woman known for theatrics. Her orders, broadcast across every human system, were concise. Humanity has been patient. We will not be mocked, murdered, or measured anymore. Deploy Protocol Thanatos. That phrase, Protocol Thanatos, was a military contingency never before activated. The galaxy soon learned what it meant. Within 72 hours, the Eclipse fleet emerged from slipspace around Zartil territory. No negotiations. No warnings. Just vengeance, wrapped in steel and plasma. The Zartil's outer colonies were erased with kinetic rods from orbits, simple, brutal, and untraceable by defense grids. Planets went dark. Moons cracked. Artificial suns were extinguished with targeted gravity bombs. The Concord tried to intervene. The Terran ambassador simply said, "We gave peace every chance. We buried our dead with honor. Now we bury theirs without pause." But the true horror or legend, depending on who tells the tale, wasn't the fleet. It was the Ghost Division. Black-armored, faceless soldiers who landed without ships, dropped from orbit like burning angels of death. They didn't broadcast. They didn't take prisoners. They moved in perfect silence, leaving behind only scorched ruins and data tags marked with one word: recompense. Entire hives surrendered at the mere rumor of their presence. One Zartil queen detonated her palace rather than face them. The galaxy watched, paralyzed, as a species that once offered tea and treaties burned across the stars like a wildfire with purpose. And then, just as suddenly as it began, it stopped. On the 40th day, the human fleets halted at the final Zartil bastion world. They didn't land. They didn't fire. Instead, a single pod descended to the surface, carrying an old man in civilian clothes, Elias Monroe, a retired diplomat who'd once negotiated peace between 6 warring factions over a chessboard and whiskey. He walked alone into the surviving Queen's chamber, unarmed. What he said has been debated for centuries. No recordings exist, but the aftermath is etched into history. The Zartil signed a total surrender. Their empire dissolved overnight. The Queen abdicated and entered permanent exile on a human station, under voluntary protection. The message was clear. Humans had always played nice because they chose to, not because they were weak, not because they were afraid, but because they believed in mercy. And when that belief shattered, the universe learned the cost of breaking it. Now children across alien worlds whisper the story before bed. Pirate clans keep antique Terran dog tags on their bridges, hoping for luck. War councils pause when a Terran ambassador smiles and says, "Let's find a peaceful solution." Because they remember the day Deathworlders stopped playing nice. and they hope that day never comes again.